that's why design thinking is so different from entertainment design.
Yeah.
Because entertainment design is about pursuing a expression, pursuing a look. But automotive design is pursuing simplicity and functionality. Okay. All right, Khalil, you're up. So you're doing a Hyundai, right? We can skip through this. We already see it. Blueprints, very good. You're gonna need those for the blended model. These are your forms. And these were last week, right? And this works week is this, right? There you go, nice.
Yeah.
All right, tell us about it.
I wanted to sketch something really cool based on my speed forms.
Yes.
I wanted to go step by step while sketching. You can see step 1, step 2, step 3. Also, the next page, you can see step 4. I sketched roughly, didn't think too much, just wanted to make something, a car that looks really nice and really futuristic. I also wanted to add some F1 car appearance in front. I add some air intakes also.
Yes.
And I just wanted to make something that can match with Hyundai. Just like that.
Right? Arrow. Nice. Really cool. I like it. I think it's promising. And it's, you know, the most important thing is this is very correlated with your inspiration. So there's not going to be questions, right? You're going to put your inspiration or your forms, your initial forms, and then you're going to put your final car and it's gonna match. So that's good. Cool. I really like the gesture of these sketches, especially how you intersect this, right? I think this is your theme. This is the key, especially putting the N here. I think was really cool. But this is clearly your key, like design direction, right? Design gesture. Then you should keep it, right? And that's true. This is like a F1 type of feeling. And also since you have these cavities like open here, like later on, obviously you can put like suspension and mechanisms here, right? That might make it look like more interesting, right? There you go. Yeah. You can look at suspensions later on and you can put some dampers, coils, or anything that makes this car looks a little bit more technical, right? But I think it's going to a great direction. Probably maybe this distance from here to here, right, is too much, right? Probably your wheel needs to come up probably over here, maybe like this, like that, right? And then maybe you have to do this. Yeah. And then there you go, right? So you can close the body here, right? And then you can put a wheel flat here, right? Like that. Same on the other side, right? It's a little bit cheating, but kind of like shows, right? The vehicle is a little bit more planted, right? It doesn't look like it's flying, right? This probably would help a little bit better, right? Because look where you had it. Look where you had your wheel over here, right? Almost in the middle. And that's where your body side should be, not your wheel. So, oops, my bad. So probably here, you will have maybe like a key line, right? Something that shows volume, right? Shows a volume here on the side, right? And other thing I noticed is your cabin, right? Instead of having just an arc like this, you always need to build it basically in 3 parts, right? I think we touched base on this before a little bit, but you need to have 1, 2, and maybe 3, right? It really depends how narrow you want it, but make sure at the top it's a little bit like not flat, but kind of like um, with a little bit of crown, right? So just like that. Not too much, but you can tell, right? So it doesn't look like a pyramid, right? It doesn't look like pinheaded like this. It has to look a little bit like a cabin, right? Like you can put people in there, right? And you have people sitting here, right? And that's why you need this windshield. Oh, this part of a section of the roof, right? But I think your sketch is going in the right direction, you know? This is just a matter of refine certain things, right? And this is where modeling uh, uh, take place, right? If you begin to do your quick rough model, you're gonna start understanding many things about the geometries of the car. So, but I think roughly something like this would help to make your car look a little bit better in proportions, right? Make sure these lines are more solid, right? Make sure your car doesn't look like it's melting. That's it. Probably this line can just go all the way like this, right? Can follow this. This line goes with this. There you go. Right? Does that make sense a little?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, just work on the stance of the vehicle, right? Like you see when you do this curve, let me copy this first. I'm gonna send this to you. Cool. You see here the curve that you do here, right? You see how you do it, right? This is just you should consider two things. One, the body, right? Just this line, right? The lip or the splitter. And the second part is the wheels, right? The wheel geometry. So it goes like this, right? So then you're gonna understand that the front is not a single line, but it's sort of like a section like this, right? That's the front. The front looks like that. It's like a imagine that you're looking at a cylinder with a little bit of brakes, right? But that's your section of the car, right? It goes all the way and you can extend it to the back like this, right? You can extend it. But this is sort of like the geometry that you need to have in mind, right? It's almost like a plane that is wrapping the whole car, right? There you go. And then what you're gonna do after is placing the wheels, right? Here and then here, right? But you see how it gives more geometry, right? And it's not about changing your design. No, it's just about how you see things, right? Because the way you had it is just like a curve like this, right? And it doesn't give you a 3D feeling, right? It's just a curve. It looks 2D. But if you draw a curve like that follows sort of like a cylindrical shape, right? And then on top of that, you put the wheel flat, the wheel base, right? Over here. And then you put the wheel base a little bit over here, right? And at the rear. Then you have a very stable geometry, right? So think about geometries, right? How are you going to implement this, right? Does it make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just the way you see things, right? This should be just like as I said, like a big cylinder that is extended all the way to the back. And that's going to give you as a base. And then you can start chopping things off, right? Then you can start adding whatever things you want, right? But that's gonna help you to solve the corner, the front corner, right? So just keep that in mind, right? But hey, I gotta say, it's a very nice progress, right? You're getting better at your sketches, even at your presentations, right? Because now you have nice ratios, right? You have 1, 2, 3 read in size, right? So you're getting good at this. So cool.
I have also another page.
Yes.
Another sketch.
All right. Let's go see it. And oops, what this? There you go. All right, what's going on here?
I didn't like this sketch.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it.
You know why?
I struggle a lot while sketching.
What's that?
I struggle a lot while sketching this.
Oh, yeah. This view. Yeah, you see your package or your car is really sporty, right? Really dynamic, slim, right? And this is looking like this is looking like an Ioniq 5 proportion, right? It's a little bit more compact. It's missing like this, right? Sportiness. Because of the proportion, right? Okay. So here, I think you can go a little bit more simple, right? Maybe you want to extend all this volume over here, right? So because it has to match your perspective, right? The things that you're doing. I think for you, Halil, what you should be doing is side view variations, right? And that's going to help you to understand your design a little bit more, right? But yeah, for example, here, remember I was looking at this line, and in the previous sketch, I say, well, just join it all the way, right? And just have a big break over here, right? You can do that. Have a big break, right? Join it all the way. The floor, it should be just roughly one line, right? All of this is gonna give you nice structure, right? To design. Because you see the parts on the car are like, they do like waves, you know? You have too many like just this at the bottom, where it should be almost like a one solid line, right? That's what makes cars look cool, right? Because you got one solid line for everything. So and on your sketch also, it looks like your cabin, it's almost like you have two different cars, right? In your perspective, you have almost like an F1 type of thing, right? But in your side view or this little tilt perspective, you have a sedan, you have something totally different, right? So if you want to capture that feeling from your perspective, I think you should be able to go more dramatic, right? Where at least your cabin should be smaller like this, right? At least you should go like that. Yeah, you need to push your cabin this way, right? But I think that's why it's important. So you have your side views, right? Based on this. So I think next time, just grab this side view, right? Maybe print it, sketch on top, or maybe put this side view on your screen, right? And then make an overlay, put a piece of paper on top, and begin to do your variations, right? And try to match your design, right? So let's say you have a bridge here, you have your forms, right? So whatever idea you have, try to do it like closer to this, right? But do it with your take, right? Whatever you want to do. Let's say this is what you want, right? Well, this one is going to help you as a base, right? To begin to do like nice side views more in proportion. So this is my advice, Halil. After you correct the perspective, grab this package, right? The side view, do whatever you want. You can either do an overlay in Photoshop or put this on your screen. You put a piece of paper on top and you trace your design on top of this package. And just do a bunch of side views, right? Next week, come up with a bunch of side views, right? Of of
Okay.
of your design. The only thing you're gonna copy, quote unquote, from this package is the hard points, right? Wheelbase, wheel size, maybe how the volume just stop here, how the cabin stops here, rear and front overhang, just the hard points, right? But what is inside is your design, okay?
So the proportions, right?
Yes, just the hard points, just the proportions, where the land, where the cabin goes, where the window lands, like just proportions, but not design. Design is gonna be you, okay? But just do a bunch of side views and it's gonna help you, right? Some of them you can change them, you can maybe proportions you can play around, but make sure it's pretty close, right? And then later on I can give you some tips on how to make things look better, right? I can give you some tips on how to cheat sort of like the proportions so it looks more dynamic. But I want you to start from there, sketching some side views, okay?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Sounds good. All right, man. Good work. I like it. I like your project. It's going somewhere.
Can you see it?
Yes, I see it now.
Okay. So for the base car, I have chosen Maserati MC12 because of the heritage. I really like the proportions and the curves of it, the vents, the aerodynamics. Yes. Going further, I didn't find the blueprints, but still, here are those.
That's pretty close.
Yes. This is my mood board.
Nice.
I wanted to go not too on the surfacings like how do I put it? Like a minimal exotic car, not too much.
I see.
Yes.
Simplified version. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Going further, those are my sketches.
Nice.
Yeah. So these ones are I really like those because of the proportions and the surfacings. What do you think?
I think they have good energy. I think what you should do is just stretch them out. Do you use Photoshop?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you just like stretch them out? Right? They look too short. You can do that later, but that's kind of like my point, right?
Okay.
Because your sketches, just leave it there. If you look at the proportions, right? Wheels are here. Wheels are here. These are here. This looks like a truck.
Okay. I see.
So I see. That's what I mean. Like just have a look at your package and have a look at what you're doing here. But if you kind of like enclose the shape, it's an SUV, right?
Oh, I see.
It's something else. It's not a sports car. So that's what I'm saying. I like the forms. I like the energy. I think you have something going on there. But proportion wise, you just need to stretch them. That's it. That's why in Photoshop, you can literally just cut
I know.
this part, right? And just stretch the body, and maybe the wheelbase have to be maybe like this, right? You're gonna have one wheel here, the other one probably here. So you're gonna have more room
Yes.
to make it like sporty, right?
Yes.
So, but just that. But I mean, the sketches themselves are good. Like those are good explorations. It's just the you need to stretch them. Cool.
Yes.
Same for this. I mean, now you know what I mean, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's
Yes.
a very nice foundation, right? It's very like this one, right? You have like a floating piece, right? Like there's nothing here. It
Mhm.
looks nice. It's like promising. Or this one, right? It looks like a nice streamline shape, and then you have like a base at the bottom. Like it's those are like nice architectures, but
Mhm.
just proportion wise, right? Just don't make
Okay.
them look like a city cars, right?
Box. Okay. What do you think? From which form should I take it and go further?
Mm, since it's a sports car, right? And you have some sort of like a B2 bomber, the airplane, the jet,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and you have
Yes.
the bird, and I think everything goes towards a direction where you have a more aerodynamic looking, right? So I think your
Mm-hmm.
cabin should look super aero, right? Because for example,
Mm-hmm.
when you have this braking here, and then you have a line going straight like that, it doesn't look as aero, right?
Okay.
But when you have things like this, that's more appropriate, right?
Yes.
So just make sure you have something that it looks very aerodynamic, right? Uh, I would say form-wise, when it comes to architecture and the other page, you have something interesting.
This one.
Yes, like these type of
Okay.
architectures are interesting, right? Because that makes it look like the car is lightweight, right? That you have a
Mm.
cabin and this is like floating, and maybe your wheel is gonna be exposed, and maybe you can take
Mm-hmm.
it as a there's gonna be some mechanisms inside that are exposed,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, structure wise, it looks lighter because you take this part off, right?
Yes.
So like this, almost look like a little bit like a jet, right? Like
Yes.
a boat,
Yes.
right? So, but I think this is interesting. Keep it arrow, keep a geometry like that. I think that's cool. Just remember,
Okay.
elongate it, right? Stretch
Yes.
them,
Yes. Yes. For sure. Yes.
right? And if you can, just grab your package. These forms literally overlap these forms with your package, right? Go to Photoshop, stretch them, right? At a point that these forms fit in your package, and then put wheels on
Mm.
it, and then have a look, right? That's one of the easiest ways you can develop your design. Just grab this, overlap it with your package, stretch them, and then have a look at it. Okay?
By doing that, doesn't it mean we are copying the car which is already made?
No, no, you're benchmarking the proportions. You're not copying the car.
Okay, I see.
If you're gonna grab the package and you're gonna start tracing whatever you see on the package, yeah, you're copying the car. But if you're
I
using the
see.
package as a base, right, where the hard points
Mm-hmm.
are, front overhang, rear overhang, where the bed line is, wheelbase,
Mm-hmm.
right, roof
Yes.
section, that's not copying. That's benchmarking. Because when you're building
Yes.
a house, you need to have blueprints of existing existing sizes of windows, existing sizes of doors and
Exactly.
pillars and columns, and it's not copying the house. Like you're benchmarking because you need certain parameters to build it. It's same thing
Mm.
here. You need certain architectures or certain constraints to build it. That's what you're grabbing from your package, the constraints, benchmarking, right?
Okay.
In order to
I
build
see.
the car.
I see. I see.
So, but whatever
Yes.
is inside, whatever is inside of those parameters is your design. So,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's not
Okay.
copying. Just grab that as a benchmark.
Okay. As far as forms, I think this one and this one
Yep.
was really interesting to me.
Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I mean
Mm.
that one, yeah, I forgot to mention, but yeah, that one, yeah, it's cool. It's cool. It has the arrow thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, just
Aero
grab.
and that aggressive look, that
Yes.
stealth look of the B2
Yeah,
bombers.
exactly. Yeah, you need that. You
Yes.
need you just have a
Yes.
look at this and have a really nice look at the B2 bomber, right?
Mm.
Stealth, right? So it looks great. So yeah, grab whatever excites you. Like these ones, I think they're pretty cool. You can just grab these
Mm.
and start making something out of this. So
Yes. Yes.
cool. No, yeah, cool sketches. So yeah, just grab that package and start making your side views, and yeah, it's gonna be exciting because you have you're gonna notice, man, how are you gonna speed up your process, right? Once you
Yes.
erase all those like myths, right? All those like thoughts that, oh, I'm copying, oh, it's the package. It's like once you erase that, it's like you're gonna speed up because yeah, it's really what it is. It's the process. Even in the
Mm-hmm.
industry right now, like there's we they bring a package from engineering, right? And we gotta match
Mm-hmm.
those hard points. So it's the same. Like that's exactly what
Uh,
I'm telling you. Like just grab a package, match the hard points, and do your design.
Meaning the engineers bring out the chassis and you have to build on that. Are you saying something like this?
Yes, because if there's changes on engineering, right, on a new product,
Mm-hmm.
obviously those changes on engineering are gonna come to us, and
Yes,
we
exactly.
have to work around those points. Obviously, we can always like move things around, proportions, cheating a little bit on things, but it's kind of close, right? It's very close to what is going on right now, right?
Meaning
So
you have to think inside a box, not outside a box,
inside of the,
metaphorically.
yeah, I mean,
Inside of the chassis, I
yes,
mean.
inside of it,
Okay. Yeah.
see it this way, inside of the requirements to get a
Okay.
product
Yeah.
built, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get a product done. So it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like if you buy a piece of land, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a piece of real estate and you want to build a house, right? It's not like the architect is gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger." It's like, how? Like my land is not that big. It's like you should
Yeah,
stay on the
yeah.
parameters to make it happen. That's it. It's not about lack of just don't think it as a lack of wildness or lack of great. No, no, it's just parameters that it's just you just need it to make it happen. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So it's almost like, yeah, that's your budget. That's the objective of the project. To build, in this case, the car with certain proportions because it's a sports car. Okay, you stay within the sports car's proportion because that's the objective. If you want to go wild, okay, yeah, maybe the objective is putting this car on a sci-fi movie. Sure, go wild. Or putting this car on a showroom because it's a show car. It's not getting built. It's just a
Mm-hmm.
show car. It's just show.
Joker.
Okay, go
Yes.
wild. Sure. So, but yeah, yeah, just
Yeah.
think
Sure,
inside
man.
of the
Yes.
parameters, inside of the requirements to make this project happen. In this case, sports cars package, the one you have.
Yes.
That's
And
it.
then the sketches, three quarter and the front view and the rear view, and then modeling inside the blender, right?
Yes, because if you have a fresh sketch that is close to the package, right? Because as I said, you can always cheat it a little bit. You can make the
Mm-hmm.
wheels slightly bigger, the volumes a little bit slightly shorter, slightly taller, slightly wider, slightly more longer, like longer. Um, but it's always like super close to the proportions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you
Yes.
make a window a little bit bigger, now you have a truck, right? If you make the
Mm-hmm.
car too short, now you have a sedan. You don't have a sports car. So just think about that. Just be mindful of that. You can cheat as long as it still looks like a sports car and still is close to the package of a sports car, right?
Mm.
Um, but yeah, but if you have a fresh sketch, you have a fresh expression that is close to package, and then you put those blueprints into your Blender model and start doing your model based on that, you're gonna have a very fresh product. You're gonna have a really
Mm.
nice design, right? So because it's in proportions, right? Whenever you start designing something that is out of the package and you kind of like guess and eyeball the proportions, it's very easy to turn that car to look like a toy, right? To look like a little bit like fake, right? But when you design based on the package, your forms automatically look realistic, look believable,
Yes.
right? Because proportions
No,
are very
this is
delicate. Yeah.
yes, yes, exactly. This is a very new concept for me because in my university, I'm doing product design. I'm in third year.
Yeah.
Uh, this is not followed. We have to develop the new form and fit the components after the form is generated.
Mm, yeah. What do you mean fit the components after the form is done?
Components, uh, by components, I mean the if there is a mouse,
Uh-huh.
so mouse has its buttons.
Yeah.
Inside the mouse, it has the
Yeah.
buttons. Inside it
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
a PCB
Yeah.
and a sensor.
Yeah.
So first you build the form, the the form of a mouse, ergonomic it is, whatever the requirements, and then you fit in the components.
I mean, I think the difference between here and what you're doing there is here you can still build the form first, that is abstract, right? But then at some point, you need to say, okay, this is my form, this is my architecture. Then you need to bring the package and try to squeeze your form into your package. Know what I mean? And then after that, you put the components.
Yes.
So, but yeah, but I think the bottom line is you need to have the package all the time, and you need to sketch close to that package. And what I mean close to the package is you can always make crazy forms that looks out of proportion if you want. But just be mindful that those forms, you're gonna squeeze them little by little inside of the package, so it kind of like has the proportions, right? So you can always go crazy, but be mindful to land the plane, right? And then you have a more closer forms to the package.
Yes, but I always think transportation design is very conceptual. When it doesn't have a very good amount of tangible output. When we do a project, it is just the conceptual thing. Like you visualize the form, Photoshop render it, and then 3D model it, and put the model inside environments. That's it. And if it is a design project, if it holds the value, then you do the prototyping, or you do the clay model or the 3D print. That's the last thing. But everyone does it to a environment render point.
Yeah.
They don't really put the efforts to complete it.
Yeah, you meant art school, right?
Yes. I'm doing my bachelor's in India.
Yeah. And this is the thing, how are you gonna judge if it's a good design or not if you haven't put it on a realistic package, on a realistic like proportions, right?
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. I think what you guys missing is just having the benchmark, the proportions, and that's it. Right? Because if you're just gonna do a form and eyeball everything, like guess it, no, it's gonna look like a toy. It's gonna look like a toy. I guarantee, like it's gonna look like a toy. If you don't have any benchmark, like you don't put anything, like no hard points, just like eyeballing everything from scratch as a student, it's gonna look like a toy automatically.
Yes.
So yeah, just pay attention to the package. But yeah, I mean it's not a rocket science. So just whatever forms you have fun with them, right? And then next step, put it close to the package, right? Next step, take those blueprints and do your Blender model. And next thing,
100%.
You sketch on top of your Blender model, right? And you do new sketches. Like that's the process, right? And that's gonna help you to speed up your learning curve, speed up your understanding of proportions and all that. So
that's sure. Exactly. Cool. Thank you.
Nice. Yes. All right, man. Sounds good. Good stuff. Just keep it up. All right, guys. So do we have anyone else?
It wasn't like my intention, like to do a concept. I was just like practicing my sketch. But, at that moment, I thought like it was good to keep going with that idea and make it better. And
yeah. No, that's good. I mean, sometimes you can start like that, like a reverse engineering.
Yeah.
You find something you like, and then you start making a project based on that, right?
Okay.
So yeah, it works like that sometimes. So that's good. All right, let me just.
I would like to make one like starting with the idea with
with the concept.
Yeah, with the concept and some images like a reference, but
yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to start.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've been working on that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is the first time you joined to the sports cars session.
No.
But this is what, second time?
Yeah, I guess. And I already saw like the reviews of the other people like making their sketches, their speed forms.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, just have a look at the projects, reference them.
Okay.
And I've been I've been so busy these days, so I haven't posted latest YouTube video sessions.
Yeah.
But probably this week I'm gonna upload all the videos, right?
Okay.
All the video sessions, and you can just have a look at it, at the sessions and the reviews, and you can reference that. I explained a lot of things there, so
Okay.
that's going to be very useful for you to start building your projects. Because basically the idea is just so I can show you guys how to do a project, but at the same time I can post it on YouTube, and you guys have a reference how to start a project, right? You have a reference. What are the hard points? Like what are the conceptual images, inspiration forms, ideations? How do you translate? Then how do you put this on package? Do your models, etc., etc. So that's the whole point. So yeah, I'll post all the videos and just have a look at it, and yeah, you can either start with this sketch that you sent me, or you can just start from scratch and do different forms, right?
Okay.
This sketch is not it's interesting, to be honest. Like I think it has potential. Okay, let me share that. Right.
Okay.
So this is what we have, right? Probably this is the first one, right?
The last one is the first one.
Which one? This?
The last?
Left?
The last.
The last, sorry.
Yeah, that one.
There you
That
go.
one. That is
cool.
the first one.
Nice. I mean, it has a lot of very interesting things already, right?
Okay.
You have it looks futuristic, right? You're gonna think about how you're gonna integrate the wheels, or if your concept doesn't have wheels, you can go for it, right? I'm not putting limitations this time. The only thing I'm gonna ask you is just to match sort of like the package, right? Having a benchmark and kind of like match it. But if you want to say, you know what, my car doesn't have wheels, and you just put like a indication, right? Like this, right? Or maybe you can put, if it's, what brand is this, or what brand do you like?
I'm not thinking on a brand, but I guess that it looks pretty Audi.
Okay, Audi. There you go.
I don't know.
No, yeah, for sure. So you can have an indication like this, right? Like
nice,
you don't
nice,
have
nice.
wheels,
Yeah.
you have Audi logo. That's it.
Okay.
Like I'm not putting too much constraints, but the only thing is to make this thing to look a little bit more realistic, just have a nice package and try to match it, right?
Yeah.
But I think your forms already look pretty good, right? So because I can understand a geometry, right, and architecture, which is the whole point of making speed forms and making fresh projects, right? The whole point is you sort of like have a very descriptive architecture, which in this case is you have obviously your cabin.
Yeah.
It looks very aero. It looks like a path, right? Looks like you can detach this thing from the body. It looks like it. And then you have another piece of another architectural piece where you can also separate the fender and the rear wheel, right? Yeah. So you have another piece, and then you have this big sort of like nice bold fenders, right? Here,
Yep.
one or two, right? And then on top of that, you have like a nice bridge in here, right?
Yeah.
Right, to connect these two guys. So you already have a nice geometry going on. Very understandable. I think your next step is just come up with some side views, try to match, so I can see a little bit more of your design, right? Not just one view. So, and if you want to reverse engineering this thing, you can find images that are sort of like close, inspiration-wise, to this image, right? To this car, right? And you can complete the project. But yeah, I think this is really cool. This is the first one. I think it's got the feeling, right? The right feeling.
Yeah. Then the second one is the last one again.
So this is the last one?
No. The last one is yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
That was the second one.
Nice.
And then it just started like changing and changing and changing.
Yeah.
And the last one is the fourth.
And then we go to the fourth. This is the next one, right?
That's the last one that I've made.
Oh, the last one you made. Okay. Yeah, I can tell. I mean, this is more detail, right?
Yeah.
And I think, you know what? The fourth one, I mean, the last one you made.
Yeah.
It's more detail, more finished. But I gotta tell you that it looks more entertainment design, right?
Okay.
Is For some reason, maybe because it has no wheels, have a lot of details, but it looks entertainment design in a sense that it looks cool, but for a movie, right?
Yeah.
For like a Tron movie or for a what's the other movie? I forgot. What's the other movie, guys? The flying cars? Blade Runner. Blade Runner. Yeah. Looks like a Blade Runner movie, right? It looks like a nice, cool sci-fi car, right?
Yeah.
But somehow these, oops, yeah, somehow this one looks a little bit more automotive, right? And I
Okay.
think it's because of its simplicity, right?
Yeah.
Because this looks cool. Again, it's not like it looks bad. It looks cool,
Yeah.
but it has too much details that it almost look like sci-fi. Because
Okay.
automotive is a lot about the synthesis of a design, right?
Yep.
How can you do the same essence but simplified version, right?
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Because later on we're gonna have a lot of details in terms of you put the wheels, you put the door handles, you put shot lines, you put certain assemblies from cars, like you put the doors, like you put the mirrors, and things are gonna look a little bit more busy, right? So that's why we always looking for the most simplified, iconic version, right? So,
Okay.
and I think that's what I see in this, right? Along these lines, I can see like an iconic version of something, right?
Yep.
Here, as I said, it looks cool, but looks more like sci-fi entertainment design for like
Okay.
a Tron movie, right?
Yep.
Which is not bad. I mean, you can have that spectrum, right?
Yep.
But this one looks more automotive too, like more like realistically automotive. Because
Okay.
think about it, a lot of these details are like extra, right? Are
Yeah.
like just for the look, right? Just for the look, which is not bad. I mean, it's a form, it's a way so you can explore.
Yeah.
But this one looks more like, okay, this actually works, and we use this actually to transport people and the more efficient way. It's aerodynamic flow, and everything is simplified, and it's not gonna cost $1 billion to make it, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, both are really cool. Like, to be honest, I said this looks entertainment, but I like it, right?
Okay.
It's just the objective, right?
Okay.
I think we should pursue more like automotive design than entertainment design, right? I mean, for the sake of this project, obviously you can do whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or you can have two directions and you say, you know what, I make this sci-fi Tron Blade Runner movie, cyberpunk,
Yeah.
but I make this one more like show car production, realistic, next Audi vision, right?
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Okay.
it's just the way you think about it, right?
Yeah.
So
I had a doubt, like
yes.
sometime at when I was doing like my sketches, I was thinking like where is it supposed that I should stop, because I just was thinking like on details and details and
Yes.
details, and you can see that there's some point that it's okay, but then I just started like putting more details
Yeah,
and more
overdo
details.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
mean,
like
yeah.
like the thing that I I
You
I
struggle.
was I wanted to ask you, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's your recommendation of that?
Yeah. No, what you wanna, as I said, what you wanna have at the end of the day
Yeah.
is a very iconic expression, right?
Okay.
So, and there's always in design, there's always a big picture of things, right?
Yeah.
There's always first read, right? So if you ask me, what is the first read on this, right? What is the thing that I read right away, right? Is the cabin, right? And these two sort of like volumes, right?
Yeah.
That's the first read. That's it, right? But if you begin to do a little bit more like another volume here, and then another volume here, and then another volume here, now you're gonna lose the first read. Or
Yeah.
if you begin to do details here, right? And let's say you do this, right? And then you do another line in here, and then you lost the first read.
Yeah.
Why? Because the first read is I'm reading these big shapes, right?
Yeah.
This is a big shape. This is a big shape. But if
Okay.
you put crap on it, you put things on it, you're gonna just obstruct the reading of this big shape. And if you saturate this one, right? Now I'm just gonna read these two guys, right?
Okay.
But if I'm reading these two guys first and I'm not reading this one first, it means like the composition is more is unbalanced, right? So what I would suggest is just have a look at what is your first read, right? And slowly putting details based on that first read. Like having these surfaces clean is kind of important, right? And that's why you're not gonna add too much details on it. Maybe you can add like different gestures, right? Maybe you can make it a little bit more round if you want, or maybe you have just a small detail here like this, right? Things like that, but that's it. But you don't want to overdone it, right? Because this sketch is overdone. The sci-fi ones?
Yes.
Overdone. Why? Because it's like in reality, why would you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 breaks? Why?
Yeah.
It's just like or why would you need, aerodynamically speaking, right? What would you need 1, 2, 3, 4? Why? In aerodynamics, you just need one line and one line, right?
Yeah.
And you just like make everything cohesive from here, right? That's it. You just need one line, right?
Okay.
So it's that, right?
Yep.
But it still looks cool because, as I said, it has like the artistic entertainment design expression.
Yep.
But you just need to just make sure your car is a simplified version. It's almost like your homework is how would you make it something simple yet still very impactful, right? It doesn't look like boring.
Yeah.
Right. So when you stop, you stop when you're overdoing things. For example, where spaces where you can just solve it with one line.
Oh yeah.
And you think that, and you feel that you're like doing another break and another break and another break. It's like you can tell there that you are overdoing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just think about it. How can I simplify this part at the rear, right? This section. Well, you might simplify like this: 1, 2, 3, and maybe I have another peak in here, right? Well, you have 1, 2, 3 sections and a bumper or a detail.
Yeah.
Right? So just how would you simplify things, right?
Okay.
So if you have a section, right? Think about it. Section from your side view is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? Like you see, like you have, when you have too many sections, it's just like, how would you simplify it, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I have 1, 2, and then I go soft, 3, and then goes like that and like this, right?
Yeah.
You have a slightly breaking here, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Okay.
Right. So it's just that it's that type of simplification, right, of things. Nice. And that's why design thinking is so different from entertainment design. Yeah. Because entertainment design is about pursuing a expression, pursuing a look, but automotive design is pursuing simplicity and functionality, right? And at the same time having a high impact, right? And we're able to build it, right? And it works, right? Because in reality, all these pieces, all these extra pieces that are sticking out, if they don't have an aerodynamic purpose, they're just gonna fly away in reality. Like later on with the usage of the car, you're gonna start looking that some pieces are gonna begin to fall apart.
Yeah.
Because it's not aerodynamically designed. It's just like, it's just a look.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna create a lot of drag that the efficiency of the car is not good. Right?
Okay.
So, or there's some regulations that if you have just like I don't know, something sticking out, poking out of the car, it's like that. Once you pass a tree branch or something, it's just gonna rip apart your car, right? Like things like that, right? There's many regulations for many things, right? So that's why we always look for a simplified version, right?
Okay.
But having a high impact, right? Because if you go too simple, it's gonna look so boring. So that's kind of like the balance that we're trying to look. But just have a look at your main read. What is it? Secondary read, some details, right? Here and there without losing the essence.
Okay.
And yeah, that's how it works. It's sort of like that's the theory, but if you keep practicing, you're gonna get it, right?
Okay. Yep.
So, but these are cool sketches, man.
Thank you.
So I love all of them. If you want to pursue more automotive, I would say let's go for something like this,
Yep.
or like this one. Like these are pretty cool for this project, for the automotive project. And the crazy thing is you can just forget about the wheels if you want. You want to put wheels, put wheels.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Cool. All right, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice stuff. It's cool. I like it.
Hi, Omar.
Yes.
I had one question actually. Like I had said you, I think about the Nissan's design brief.
Oh, Nissan design brief?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's what you text me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was not able to still, get time, and also I was a little bit confused from on where to start the project, like because the brief tells me about not to change anything like on the body structure, like that was confusion. I was very confused to start from a point.
So we are on phase 2, right?
Yeah. I think the brief is not mentioned. Shall I send the picture again here in the chat?
Okay, let me see. You sent the brief on the chat? Let me see. Oh yeah, here. I see it. Contest brief. Let me check. Okay. Oops.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we're seeking visionary designers. Mikra. Yeah. So what's your question about the brief, or what is the things that confuse you?
Yeah, I mean, the brief tells to not to change any design elements on the product. Like we have to only play with the material, or materials, or the CMF, or and yeah, I think this kind of project I never tried. Like usually it will be from scratch, like we build the form and get some mood boards and those things. But this was very we have to take that existing design and we have to play around.
Yeah.
I was getting a little bit confused to know from where to start.
Yeah, I think on this specific contest, if it's not about changing the design, but it's more about making a facelift, or just like a CMF type of thing, where you can change certain parts of the car, maybe like the front bumper has different design, or maybe some elements from the body side, the cladding or the rocker panel, or maybe some features that maybe change the gesture of the car. I think if it's like that, you can easily start with some sketches of this car. Like you can make some overlays on top of this car and start making modifications. But when you make these modifications, just think about how are you gonna build a new piece that is going to be attached to the existing car or the existing structure, and you can change the gesture. If that's what this brief is all about, right? Because you said it says that you guys shouldn't change the design, right?
Yeah. Like it is mentioned somewhere here.
Yeah, you see, design moves will focus on enhancing its visual appeal through bold and sophisticated elements.
Yeah.
That makes, if it's not about changing the design and it says that, it looks to me like it's like a facelift. It's like a kit, like a design kit. Like you remove the spoiler, you remove this, you remove certain parts of the A-pillar, and you put new pieces. But it's almost like the whole existing car.
Yeah.
So
you see, it's like without altering its original form or structure, right? Is there in the first paragraph?
Yeah. What is that?
Yeah.
Without altering its form or structure. Yeah. So I think this is almost like a CMF type of thing, right?
Okay.
So I don't think it's I don't think it's for changing the design. So
again, I was confused. Like if it is only like CMF, then I can take the existing images.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you can definitely take the existing images, and you can definitely make sketches on top of Micra designs, because they don't want you to change the design. They want you to change the look, right? The feeling, right?
Okay.
So
Then like after the sketching, like should I render like have a good render of it, like the final output?
yeah.
Like it shouldn't be like taking the existing car and photo bashing it and presenting that.
Yeah.
Hey Omar, can I give my opinion on this?
Yes, go ahead.
So even I saw this contest, and what I have analyzed, like through reading all the design briefs which they have given initially, it's they're trying to ask. Well, that's my interpretation. I don't know. They're just trying to ask that you have to pick up a theme that Nissan is running right now in their design, and use it as on Micra. And it's a so I mean, you don't have to change, I guess, the form. You just have to change you just have to connect those elements with each other.
Yeah.
So that you play with the theme, so that, like, for example, if you are taking more of a sci-fi, theme, so how are you able to relate it with the overall form and elements which are being used in the overall exterior? So I guess it's for overall the theme that you have to play with, which connects with the overall surface and the elements that you take at the head.
Yeah.
And also one more thing, I had a confusion to have a multiple theme summation, or like just a single theme summation. Like, what would you suggest for
No,
this?
it's a single theme. It's a single theme. So
Okay,
you
like
give one
if I
direction.
take if I take a cyberpunk kind of theme, like so, and it has to be
It
only
will lead to it will actually lead to that adding of elements. So you over here you can decrease the number of elements. So you can like remove one or two elements from front page and keep it very simple instead of adding, because instead if you add more elements it will make more chaotic. So I mean
Okay.
that might not be a best case
Omar is
scenario.
doing right now. Like I was confused in those things. Like see, like I'm getting to know, like I can play with the CMF. Like I can have some dual tone imagination. But like how Omar is doing now, like he's adding two more slats in the air slats, kind of air intakes in the front. Like those things was the confusion for me right now. Like in the brief, like it says like we shouldn't change the structure also. Like this becomes like changing the structure of the front fascia. That was a confusion.
Yeah. So my understanding is you can just play around with certain pieces, right?
Okay.
That's my understanding. That you can literally play around with this guy and make just a simplified version.
Okay.
And you can just make it more minimalistic, right?
That's what I was about to say, that keep it very simple and minimalistic so that it looks pretty simple, and like it should give you a feel that okay, it hasn't been changed much, but it still looks different.
Looks different, yeah. So I think the things that you may probably will be strategically great to change is probably the rocker panel, front bumpers, maybe some things on the cladding, right? Maybe here on the cladding, if you have, I don't know, you have a texture like this, right? On the cladding. Like this, right? It's just an example, right? But like this, if you want to change on the cladding, like little things like that, pieces that you can take off, and they're kind of like cheap to replace, right? Probably nothing in this, because all of this is surface and this is super expensive. Like, but I think in terms of things that you can put on, right? Like, or maybe you just grab this piece over here, right? And you can explain that, oh yeah, you can take that off and you can put, I don't know, another piece, whatever. Or to make it more simplified, you just you just black it out, right? Like that, right? You put a new piece, right? And maybe this new piece has I don't know, some certain logos or whatever, like, I don't know. But this is, I think this is what this concept is all about, that you change certain pieces, and you give a different look to the car. So
okay.
That's my understanding. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, I think just do your proposal, right? Like what is it? Cyberpunk, Tron, Avatar, whatever. I don't know what they're looking for. So that's something that you need to figure out.
Yeah, I think a little bit of the information they've given in the book. Yeah, I think I'll go into it. Yeah. Cool one.
Okay.
Thanks, Karthik. Okay. Thanks, man.
Cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, just work on that, and if you want to share anything at some point, just you can share.
Yeah, I think nothing else is there to share for now.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So yeah, I gotta go now. I hope I cover everyone who had something to show.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we can check the next class. And if you guys have anything new or anything you want me to have a look, just share it on the team on the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, guys. So thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next week.